Alright guys, welcome back to Strong Successful Male. So for today, I'm going to be going over an article here that talks about this big event that was going to happen in May in Orlando. And it's basically an event to help make women great again. That's actually what it's called. To basically return to the old ways of being feminine and things like that. Not what we got today. Now obviously, this article comes from the middle of January, but it's relevant because it's to show you how things have gone. Now obviously they're not going to have this because of this whole coronavirus thing, which shut down the country. But I saw this and I got a good laugh about this. Some things seem obviously a bit much, but it's definitely entertaining. I think you'll find it funny. So the title of the article is Disturbingly Misogynistic Conference Run Only by Men Pledges to Make Women Great Again. Now this is written by a woman, as you can imagine. So it says, a disturbingly misogynistic conference that promises to make women great again, but only has male speakers, has drawn fierce criticism from campaigners. The event, which organizers have billed as the mansplaining event of the century, will be held in Orlando in Florida in May. I love that word, mansplaining. Discussions at the three-day conference, which will cost $1,000 to attend, will focus on how to destroy the feminist establishment, become the ultimate wife, and get pregnant and have unlimited babies. It says here, this is in quotes of course, women today are being taught to act more like men, organizers warned. Where has that led us? Skyrocketing rates of broken families, a documented decline in female unhappiness since 1970s, endless social and dating dysfunction, and America at the #1 spot for the world for single motherhood. They go on to say, the event's promoters continued, no longer will you have to give in to toxic bullying feminist dogma and go against your ancient biological nature as women. The men have arrived to help make women great again. And again, we know where they got that slogan from, or got part of it from, but it's pretty funny here, but let's be honest here. There are a lot of women that absolutely cannot stand modern feminists. I mean, they can't stand feminists to begin with, but let alone modern feminists and where things have gone. And so I know I actually have some women that comment on some of the videos I do, and some female followers, and I think some of them are kind of in the same place where they don't like where things have gone. And so obviously this does appeal to some women, but as you can imagine, it enrages many others. But anything that can enrage feminists puts a big smile on my face, which is why I shared this article, because I thought it was pretty funny. It goes on to say, the event, which is only open to women, is not affiliated with Donald Trump's administration, but its organizers had red hats which say, make women great again, and resemble the president's Make America Great Again MAGA hats. It says here, Make America Great Again was a catchphrase used by Mr. Trump throughout his presidential campaign, and many see MAGA hats as synonymous with the administration's perceived racism and xenophobia. Kate Kelly, a New York-based human rights lawyer at Equality Now, a non-government organization which aims to promote the rights of women and girls, raised concerns about the event. Kate Kelly. That definitely sounds like a rights lawyer. It says here, or she says, this conference demonstrates that this administration has emboldened even those with more latent anti-female tendencies to come out in the open, she said The Independent. It has made the unacceptable acceptable again. This is not celebration. It is denigration. Misogyny is always coached as a celebration of womanhood. It's the oldest trick in the book. You can't be pro-woman and anti-feminist. An image posted on the event's website includes a man wearing a red Make Women Great Again hat, next to screen displaying a photo of a woman emblazoned with the slogan, men prefer debt-free virgins without tattoos. It says here, the conference, which is advertised as the world's ultimate event for women by men, pledges to help women raise their femininity by 500%. I think that's a bit extreme, but I'm all for raising femininity. They say that our speakers will teach you how to get wifed up, knocked up, and have as many babies as your heart desires, say organizers. Well, I would use some different words Compare to that, if you want to get a lot of these women that are on the fence about this, or women that don't like feminism, that's just going to piss them off. Vivian Hayes, Chief Executive of the Women's Resources Center, the leading national umbrella organization for the women's sector in the UK, says, "This is yet another highly disturbing development linked to the MAGA brand." She goes on to say, "There is undoubtedly severe regression in women's rights, both here in the UK and Europe as well as the USA, which is part of a dangerous and frightening growing ideology which promotes human rights abuses. Indeed, we are witnessing an escalation of state-sanctioned violation of our human rights. Women human rights defenders will be mobilizing to meet this daily threat head-on. Silence is no longer an option." When was there silence? I'd like to know that. There's never silence. But this goes to show these women, they're freaking out about this, which obviously an event like this, we knew they would. But it's definitely funny to read about, and obviously it would be funny to watch if this did go on. But there's plenty of rights, and obviously now it's not about just rights and equality, it's about emasculating men, dominating us, and that's the true agenda here. We all know it. And even you have a lot of women that are fed up with this. So you're going to start to see, again, once this coronavirus thing is gone, you're going to see more groups of men in varying degrees doing things like this. And it'll be very interesting to see how this plays out. So, all right, guys, that's it for today. Again, funny article. I thought it'd be pretty good to share. Be sure to comment down below what you think about this, and also share with me if you have any questions for me or anything you want me to cover in a future video, or if you got a story you got to tell me, just email me below and let me know, and I'll share your story. I won't include your name to keep it quiet. And also be sure to like the video, share with your friends, and subscribe. And I will talk to you next time.